My name is Ingram, and thank you for tuning in to Ingram TV. I was born and raised in Decatur, Georgia to Callie Ingram and Brian Ingram. I have two brothers, my older brother Brian and my younger brother Byron. My mother is from Newport, Tennessee, where she played college basketball and later went on to become a military officer. My father is from Memphis, Tennessee, and he played college football at the University of Tennessee and later played for the New England Patriots for several years, where he ended up going to Super Bowl 20. Being that I was the only girl with two brothers, I wanted to do everything that they wanted to do. I played all the sports with all the boys outside, fought all the boys outside. We got in trouble together. We were joined at the hip. Anything that they wanted to do, I wanted to do. When they took their shirts off, best believe I was coming up out mine too. And I have to say that that is a big part of why I started playing basketball later on in my career. During my 4 years at Stone Mountain High School, I was a member of the honor roll, extremely focused. My father and my mother, they wouldn't let me talk on the phone. I couldn't have boyfriends. I couldn't go to parties or anything. I also played basketball for Stone Mountain High School. I was a member of both teams. We advanced to the Final Four by the time I was a senior. And during my years at Stone Mountain High School, I accomplished many things. I was nominated for the Wendy's Heisman Award. I got the MVP of the junior varsity. I was most improved, the defensive player of the year. Just many accomplishments. As a result of being successful during my high school years, I was offered many scholarships to play Division I basketball. To name a few, Tulane, Memphis, Syracuse, and I ended up choosing the University of Alabama at Birmingham. At UAB, where I played basketball, my coach drilled a lot of values into us to become better women. We learned responsibility, time management, to respect each other, and how to be a part of a team. I ended up having 2 knee surgeries while I was in college, and as a result, when I graduated, I didn't want to play basketball anymore. I actually had come to a crossroads as what I wanted to do. I had got my degree in broadcasting, but I knew that's not something that I wanted to do. My heart wasn't really into that. So I kind of fell into modeling. I signed a freelance modeling contract with Imperative Talent Management here in Atlanta, and I just did shows, just here and there. I did modeling for a Jamaican t-shirt company called Rep JA. Through modeling, I was able to meet a lot of people and work with a lot of people. That included Derek Blanks, and I was also fortunate to do the Trumpet Awards one year. So I would say that was the biggest thing that I accomplished with my modeling career. I began singing when I was 7 years old. I actually wrote my first song when I was 7. I recorded it on the little tape player and everything. I played it for my mom, and she suggested that I become a part of the church choir, where I ended up having my first solo when I was 11 years old. Oh man, I was so nervous singing in front of all those people. All I can remember is looking at my mom like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? And I saw her mouth the words, sing, and that's all I did was sing. It was a really good experience for me. I felt really proud, and that's something that I will remember for the rest of my life. However, during my mother's 50th birthday party, I wanted to do something really special for her. So a friend of mine suggested that we go into a studio and record a song for her and sing it for her birthday. So we went to the studio and we recorded the Bee Gees remake by Destiny's Child called Emotions. And the producer there was like, oh my God, you can really sing. So he invited me to come back and sing, and I did so well that I really just felt like this is something I really wanted to do because I really love music. As a kid growing up, I listened to an array of music which went from rock, classical, R&B, old school, but my all-time favorite was Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson, dance like Michael Jackson. I wanted to dress like Michael Jackson. And he's been a really huge influence on just my love for music and me wanting to be a performer. During my journey towards becoming an artist, I was able to meet James Cornelius, who is now a member of my management team. He introduced me to a lot of people here in Atlanta, music producers, writers, and I was fortunate enough to develop myself as an artist. So later on, he made a follow-up phone call, and he just asked me, like, you know, have you been taking it serious? You know, what are you doing now? And I just told him that music is really what I wanted to do. So he decided to call and contact and set up an audition with Eric Miller, who is with Wabejon Entertainment, and that's when I could first feel my dream starting to become a reality. So the day of my audition, I walked into the studio, and the first thing I noticed was the sign on his door that says, "I just look like this." And that kind of was like, okay, so it kind of just told me that, okay, maybe he's a really humble guy. So when I actually walked into the studio and I saw him, he's just really just chilling out, just looked really cool. And I was like, okay, so, you know, this could be a part of this could be a family that I want to be a part of. So he asked me to sing, and everybody was really just around, just really warm. And I didn't even feel nervous. Like, that was a first for me, not to even feel nervous. So I knew right then and there that Wabejon was some place that I wanted to be. And here I am. During the first day of my audition, when I came to meet Eric Miller, I walked into his studio, and everyone that was there, including himself, just was really down to earth, really cool. And not to mention the sign that he has on his door that says, "I just look like this." That really captured my attention because I just really felt like I was in a humble environment. And I've never felt more cool and calm in my life. As soon as I entered the room, I was put on the spot to sing, and it was nothing. I sang with my heart. I put my all into it. They loved it. I loved it. It took nothing for me to sign the contract. You know, funny story. Walking into the studio, the first thing that Eric said was, "We're going to record a song called Tall Enough." Man, I broke out and started laughing like, what? Are you serious? I didn't believe it. No one actually believed it. But when he started putting the song together and the words together, everything just fell into place. I really love the song because it talks about women empowerment. You should feel really comfortable in your skin. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how heavy you are. If you're uncomfortable with any part of your body physically, you should really stand up for yourself. You don't lower your standards. You know, men should really come up and step their game up to you. So I just really love the song for that. Also, I really love the song because it's going to send a message all over the world to women, letting them know that it doesn't matter, you know, men need to step up to you, need to get on your level, you know, let them know they're not tall enough. You can't even see them. The Wabejon Outreach Program means a lot to me because I really love kids. I love the fact that we're able to give back to these kids. When it was Christmas time, I came up here, I brought my niece here, and it just meant so much to me to be able to see all the little kids. They're getting toys, and especially in the time where, you know, we're in a recession and families can't afford to give their kids, you know, anything for Christmas. It just meant a lot to me to be able to be a part of that. We're working on my album right now, and I must say that is one of the most beautiful and wonderful experiences of my life, and I have to thank my team for that. Thank you. I had fun. Hope to see you soon on here with me, Ingramtv.